guys, Phoenix here, and today we're going to be doing part 4 of our Saitama from One Punch Man pixel art tutorial. So what we're going to do first is we're going to make sure that on the left side we have this long strip of black wool that is actually even with what we need it to be. So I want you to count and make sure it's 27. I've done it beforehand, but I can do it again, but I've already counted beforehand. This is like my second time filming this. So once you're done, we're going to go to the top of it. We're going to be going up and to the right from there. So just put your placement block on the right side, and you should be ready to go. So first from there, we're going to up and to the right, 3 vertical, 2 times in a row. So that's 1, 2. Then up and to the right, 2 vertical. Up and to the right, 2 flat. Up and to the right, 1 single. And what we're just basically doing is getting the oval shape at the top. It is kind of weird and irregular, and we can fix it later, but for now we're just getting a rough shape. From there, we're going to up and to the right, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 1, 2. So pause if you need to, make sure it looks like this. We have 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, then 2, 2. From there, we're going to go up and to the right, 7 single. So I can do this without the placement block, but if you need to, just put it like this. So we need 7 of them. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And just go back and clean that up. From there, we're going to go up and to the right, 2 vertical. Up and to the right, 2 flat. So it has like this R shape. And then now we're fully into singles. So it's going to be flat for a while until we reach the other side of the head. So everything is going to be singles and flats now. So we're going to go up and to the right, 2 singles. Up and to the right, 2 flat. Up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 2 flat, 2 times in a row. And we're going to reach the top of his head soon. So 1, 2. Placement block, 1, 2. 2 times in a row. Then we're going to go up and to the right, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. We're going to keep going up and to the right, 2 flat, 3 times in a row. So 2 flat just like this. And we need 3 of those. So this is 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Clean up your workspace. Just keep it flowing. We're almost at the top now. I think this is the longest part of his head right now. What we're about to do is we're going to go up and to the right, 20 flat, and then we're going to start bringing it down from there. So this is actually the highest point in his head. So if you reach this point, there is no height limit to worry about because everything's below this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we need another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Now we're going to be going down and to the right to bring it downward. So I suggest putting your placement block underneath the final block each time to make it easier. So we're going to go down and to the right, 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Placement block. Down to the right, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down to the right, 2 flat. So it's going to be a whole bunch of flats until we transition over into verticals again, and then try to head for that point all the way down there. We have a lot of work to do, so we'll just take our time as we get to it. From here, we're going to go down to the right, 3 flat again. 1, 2, 3. Down to the right, 2 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2. Placement block. 1, 2. Down to the right, 2 vertical. Down to right, 2 flat. And it just goes back and forth like this just to get like a diagonal shape going. So it is a bit awkward, but just make sure you follow along. So we had the 2, 2, then it hits the vertical, and then we go back to flat again. So this L shape, it's almost like an L shape without this corner piece. We're going to do that again. So we need a second one exactly like this using 4 blocks going down and to the right. So the way we're going to do it is we're going to go down to right, 2 vertical. The corner piece is missing. So we're just going to go down to right from that, 2 flat. So we have 2 of them in a row. As you can see, all connected at the diagonal right here, none of them connected directly. Now we're ready to switch over into verticals. So we're gonna go down and to the right, 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Clean that up. Down to the right, 2 vertical, 3 times in a row. So the 2 verticals gonna look like this, touching at the diagonal. We're gonna do that 3 times. So this is 1, 2, 3. Easy peasy. Now we're gonna start getting into bigger numbers to cover more distance. So after those 2 verticals, we're gonna go down to the right, 3 vertical, 4 times in a row. So 3 vertical like this, 1, 2, 3, that's 1, and we need 4 of them. So let's do that 3 more times. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. 1, 2, 3, that's 3. 1, 2, 3, that's 4. Still not enough space covered. We need to keep going down to the right. So we're gonna go down to the right, 6 vertical now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And just taking a quick detour, going to the bottom block in the 6 vertical, we're gonna put 4 placement blocks to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're gonna lay a white wool after that, and that's gonna be like a shiny spot in his head because he is bald. So that white wool, we can work with it now, or we can come back to it later. I'm gonna start a little bit of it now. Actually, no, we can just do the whole thing right now. So what we're gonna do is on each side of it, down and to the left and down and to the right, we're gonna put 1 white wool, like this. See, on each side, touching at the diagonal. Then we're gonna do the same shape again, 1 below it. So like starting here, we're gonna do that same shape again. As you can see. And then just to close it out, we're just gonna fill in this center piece at a diagonal. Whoops. So it looks like that. So pause if you need to. It's only 7 blocks, so it should be easy to follow along. We're gonna go back over to the 6 vertical now and keep going down from there. So from the 6 vertical, we're gonna go down and to the right, 17 vertical. So make sure you count it carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And let me just knock that off there. Always make sure you count. I count fast, but I usually make a lot of mistakes. Hopefully you guys take yours a little bit slower as we start the ear now. So underneath the 17, we're gonna go 1 block below it and put 4 flat going to the right. So we're gonna add an extra block here and put it going to the right so it can become 4 long. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like so. We're not adding to this block, we added 1 below it, so the block wasn't there before, okay? Now from the first block into 4, we're gonna go down and to the left, 2 vertical. Down and to the left, 1 single. Down to the left, 2 vertical. Down and to the left, 1 single. And then finally, just down to the left, 2 vertical. And that's like a corner of his ear. We're gonna go back up now to the right of the 4 flat. So this side now, and this is where we're gonna build the rest of the ear that hopefully meets down there if we did everything correctly. So we're gonna go down to the right, 1 single. Down to the right, 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just as a marker, on the last block in the 4 vertical right here, we're gonna put 3 blocks to the left of it. And we'll come back to those later. Let me just mark them. So we'll come back to those because those are for some inner detail of the ear. But for now, we're gonna go down and to the right. 15 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Easy. From here, we're gonna start going down and to the left until we hopefully meet up with that spot right there. So we're gonna be putting our placement blocks on the left side or underneath. So I'm gonna go with the left side. So we're gonna go down to left, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down to left, 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down to left, 1 single. So we have 3, 2, 1. Very easy to follow along. From there, we're gonna go down to left, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, placement block, 1, 2. Down to left, 1 single again. Down to left, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. So it's the same thing we did right there. 1, 2, placement block, 1, 2. And all we're gonna do to attempt to close this gap is go down and to the left 3 vertical now. 1, 2, 3. And as you can see, he met up at the diagonal, which means we did that ear correctly. So his entire frame is technically complete now. All we have to do is do inner detail and stuff like that. So while we're already here, we're going to finish up the ear, the detail on the ear, before we move out to doing other detail. So we're gonna fly back up to where we marked that ear part with the 3 flat up here. And we're gonna be going down and to the left from it. So going down to the left from this ear, we're gonna go down to the left 2 flat. Down to the left 2 vertical. And from the bottom block, we're gonna do 2 things. First, we're gonna put 1 black wool to the right. And second, we're gonna go down and to the left 1 single. So it should look like this now. Kind of looks like an arrow pointing towards this block. On the right side where we had that single we just placed, we're gonna go down and to the right. So on the right side, 2 vertical, twice. And then we're gonna follow that up by going down to the right 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's it for the right side. We're gonna move over to the left side where we have the single right here. And we're gonna go down to the left, 2 vertical. Down to the left, 13 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Whoops, 11, 12, 13. Hopefully I counted that correctly. I'll have to go back and check if it doesn't meet up correctly, but I'm pretty sure I did it correctly. From the 13 vertical, we're gonna go underneath it and put 2 blocks going down. So these 2 blocks are not part of the 13, we just added them in. What we're gonna do with them is on the left side, we're gonna put 1 to the left of each. And on the right side, we're gonna put 1 on top, 1 to the right of the top one. So it's like that. The bottom one doesn't get anything on the right. From there, we're gonna go up and to the right, 1 single on the right side. Up and to the right, 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're gonna bring it back in by going up and to the left, 2 singles. So that's it for the right side. We can drop down to the left side now, and we're gonna work with this. So on the left side, we're gonna go down to the left, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 1, 2. Down to left 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. As you can see, met up with what we already had waiting. So we're done with that part. All we have to do is complete this little detail right here by going to the top block in our 3. And we're just gonna put an extra line in his ear by going to the right 3 black wool. Then we're gonna go up and to the right, 2 flat. And up and to the right, 2 vertical. So that is it for his ear. I think we can actually start the eye if we wanted to right now. I don't know if we necessarily want to, but let me see, what else can we start? We can do the neck or the eye. So I think I'm gonna start the eyes. We've been on the right side for a long time, so I'm gonna move over to the left side and work with there. So let's fly all the way over to the left ear now. Over here, here we go. And on the left ear, we should have, like right before this long extension, we should have 2 flat right here, and then 5 vertical, just chilling right here by itself. And this is what we're gonna work with. So you can see on the right-hand monitor, the right-hand cameraman, where I'm working from, and align yourself. So on the 5 vertical, we're gonna go to the top block. So let me just delete everything that's not what I need. So this top block in the corner right here, and we're gonna put 4 pieces of dirt to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. From there, we're gonna put a piece of black wool to the right of it and add 2 to the top, like so. And you can now clean up your workspace by getting rid of those extra dirts. So these are gonna be the lines in his head. We're gonna do those right now. So first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up and to the right, 8 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then starting from the bottom, now we're here. I'm just kidding. That's a bad reference. We're gonna go up to the third block right here, and on the right side, we're gonna put 14 going straight up. So right there, we're gonna put 14 going up. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I think I want to put a little bit extra detail in there, or a little bit more thickness. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to extend this left side up until it's 1 higher than the right side. So left side right here, extend it up 1 higher than the right side, and that's good for now. If the thickness looks a little bit weird, we'll change it later, but for now, I think it looks alright, so we'll leave it. So let's move on to the left eyebrow, moving on to the eye 2. So where we worked with the 5 vertical right here, if we go down and to the right from it, there should be another 5 vertical. So let's see where it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down and to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this second 5 vertical is what we're going to work with. Look on the right hand screen if you need to know where it's at. But here it is. Going to the second to last block from the top. So this one right here. We're going to put another 4, oh, it's 4 again, 4 dirt blocks to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is where we're starting the eyebrow. We're going to put 2 black walls to the right from there now. And we're going to start building that downwards, and we're going to use that to shape the eye as well. So from here, we're going to go down and to the right, 2 flat, 3 more times. So ignoring this first one, we're going to put 3 more 2 flats. So 1, 2, 3. We're then going to go down and to the right, 3 flat. Down to the right, 2 flat. Down to the right, 2 flat, 3 more times, because we kind of need to just flatten it out. So 1, 2, 3, and then we just zoom out and go over it again. So if you need the numbers, it was 2, 2, 2, 2, so that's 4 2s. 1, 3, then 4 2s again. Now from that 2 flat that we have, the final one right there, we're actually going to use that to kind of shape the eyebrow or the eyelid that's connected directly. So going underneath it, we're going to put another set of 2, just like that, to create like a cube. And then we're going to add 2 to the left of it and 2 to the right to extend it out. 1, 2, 1, 2. Very easy. Now I'm going to continue on the right side of it because we're almost done with it, and we can bring it to the left side as soon as possible. So on the right and left side, I'm going to put a marker, but we're going to work with the right side. So going from the right side, we're going down and to the right, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down to the right, 2 flat. Down to the right, 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And from the last block in the 4 flat, we're going to put 1 below it. Then we're going to go up and to the right from it, 2 vertical. Like so. And now we can easily rotate back now to the left side of the 6 flat we had over here and start bringing that around. So first we're going to go up and to the left from here, 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up and to the left, 7 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. From the end of the 7 flat, we're going to find these last 2 blocks right here. The one on the left gets 1 below it, and the one on the right gets 2 below it, and then we're going to work with the one on the right too. So 2 below it, and we're going to work with this side. From there, we're going to go down and to the right, 5 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to the right, 2 flat, 3 times in a row. So placement block, 1, 2. Placement block, 1, 2. So that's 2. We need 1 more. Placement block, 1, 2. So that's 3. So let me just zoom out. It's starting to come out really nice. All we need now is to finish up the rest of the eyeball. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to shift over from the last 2 flat right there. So from the 2 flat we have right here on the bottom, we're going to put 3 placement blocks to the right of it, like so. And on that final placement block, we're going to go below it and put 1 black wool. And from that black wool, we're going to add 2 to the right. Now we're going to seal off the shape by going up and to the right, 2 flat, 2 times in a row. So we have 1, 2, placement block, 1, 2. So that's it for the eye. Let me just clean up all these dirt blocks. All we need to do is do the pupil, and the pupil is going to be right here at the center where we have this big chunk from earlier, or the 6 flat if you want to be descriptive. So starting on the left side of it, we're going to skip the first block, so skip that one. But the other blocks each get 1 below them, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to put another layer below that, so another layer of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Except this time we're going to add an extra block, so 6. So this is the layer we have right now. You can get rid of that top layer. And then skipping the left and right side in our 6, these 4 middle blocks are going to get 1 below that, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's it for the left side. I mean the left eye. Now I was going to start the right eye, but I think I will start the nose, and we might finish up the other eye and stuff in the next part. So I'm just going to start off the nose and get that going because it is just a slim line. So let's go to the right side of the eyebrow where we have this thing pointing downwards. And we're going to put 1 dirt block underneath it. Then we're going to go down and to the right, 1 black wool. So it should be like this. And this is going to start the nose. From there, we're going to go down to the left, 11 vertical. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Very easy. Now for the hard part, for like the weird gap closing, we're going to go below this and add another 13 dirt underneath this black like line we have. So 13 dirt going straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's in the same line, 13 long. And all we're going to do is on the bottom block in the 13, we're going to add 1 to the right, like so. And that's where we'll start our nose by going to the right of that and putting 1 black wool. So 13 vertical. And on the final block, 1 dirt block on the 1 dirt to the right, followed by a black wool. And now you can clean up the dirt because it doesn't need to be there once you have the black wool placed. And from that black wool, we're going to go down to the right, 1 single. From that single, we're going to skip a block by putting a placement block to the right of it, and then putting 2 black wools after it. So it looks like this right now. And then we're going to finish the nose by going up and to the right, 1 single from this 2 flat. So the nose is complete. Very easy to do, but also very easy to get lost. And while we're at it, let's just do the mouth. So on the left side of the nostril where we have this single spot right here by itself, we're going to put 8 dirt blocks underneath it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1 below that, we're going to put 1 black wool before we clean up our dirt blocks. So remember, 8 dirts and then 1 black wool. From that 1 black wool, we're going to put 4 to the left of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're then going to go down to the left, 1 single. And that's the left side of the mouth. For the right side of the mouth, we're going to go all the way to this right side right here and put 3 dirt blocks to the right. And then after those 3 dirt blocks, we're going to put 6 black wool going to the right of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very easy to follow along. Now just like that side, we're going to go down and to the right, but instead of 1, we're going to go down to the right 2 flat. And you can get rid of the dirt now, so that's the mouth. So now all he's missing is the eye and some detail. And I'm going to put the chin detail in right here, but I think I didn't actually. Let me check. I'm pretty sure I didn't use black wool for the chin detail, so I don't think I'll use it for this one. Yeah, For the chin detail, I used a shade of wood. So we'll put the wood shading there right now. I don't know which one I use. I'm going to choose spruce. But when I find out later, I'll just tell you what to change it to. So underneath his mouth, we're going to put like some chin coloring. So we're going to go underneath this right block right here. Go down 4 pieces of placement block. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then on the 5th block, we're going to put a spruce plank. Now from that spruce plank, we're going to put 1 to the left and 5 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're then going to put another layer of this right underneath. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then extend it over 2 more to the right. So that's the shading right there. And that's that. So all we're missing is the other eye, some of the shading in the head, and also the neck. So we'll do that in the next part. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. This is Phoenix, and as always, I'll see you guys later.